This is your Solana Daily Debrief. It's the 17th of June. So, firstly, crypto in general not doing terribly well, down a little bit, and we could be going lower in the short term. Dr. Profit has this as the top of box and the bottom of the box for the current range, meaning we could be, in his opinion, be dropping down to like 58 to 56k. Mags has a range that's around 60k to 72k. And one thing just to keep in mind is the fact that miners are selling due to increased costs of mining after the halving. But MicroStrategy will also be buying $500 million worth of Bitcoin pretty soon. However, keep in mind that that will just be like averaging in a few Bitcoin an hour or something like that. And it'll probably end up being maybe like 10,000 individual trades. So that won't probably move the actual needle that much. Sol versus other assets though, even though everything's down, it's actually doing good. And if your timeline looks a little bit like mine, you'll be seeing some FUD. There's a decent amount of silly takes that I just kind of ignore. It's just not worth my time. Essentially, people are FUDding Solana because of the celebrity tokens, because it's so easy to launch a token on Solana. That is somehow a barrier to entry. And because celebrities with a clueless aspect of life jump on and release a token, pump it, dump it, just extract liquidity. And so some people think this is a problem with Solana. It's not a problem with Solana. This is a decentralized network. This is a good thing. The problem is people ape into these sort of things because at present they are the things that have the most amount of expected value. Now with Bonk, cold-blooded Schiller says over 28 on Bonk needed in order to get back in. At present, we're down here and we could be going lower. Long term, I love Bonk and I think Bonk is going to do really well. Now on to the actual important Solana news. So the first thing is, I mentioned this in yesterday's video, I did a Sunday video, vote on Uplink's budget proposal. This is where you can vote. Here you can see all the information. There's also going to be a Twitter space today, roughly around 2:30 p.m. UTC, or it could be 3 p.m. UTC. Either way, today, click here, set a reminder, there will be a Twitter space. If you don't know what Uplink does, I'm part of Uplink in a part-time capacity, and I am aiming to move a lot of the really beginner-friendly tutorials across to that channel. Not like move them from mine to theirs, but more just have them as a source so that new people can come in, they can get all of the really easy things, how to set up wallets, how to use JUP, how to use Meteora, how to use things that are a bit more complex. And that would be one of my major contributions to Uplink. I actually know that has major product market fit because in the future, your friends will start to ask you, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? And you'll basically be like, I don't have time. You should have asked me during the bear market when you had a little bit more time. Now you just send them right there and that's where they start. Anyway, in addition to that, weekly planetary call, growing the YouTube and high quality video content. And if you like some of the content, if you don't like some of the content, that's fine. The actual goal is to put out different types of content to different types of audiences to grow the entire pie. In the future, different languages, all that sort of stuff. Pretty much everyone that I've been talking to has said they're going to vote yes or they've voted yes. Some have voted no. The crazy thing is no one's been able to actually tell me why they want to vote no, like what they don't like about it. And what I've been seeing instead is just people that are saying, I'm voting no, and I'm voting no because it's too much money. By the way, I haven't read the proposal yet. So all the other thing is, I said, it's too much money. I reckon you could do this for like $1,000 to $2,000 a month. You can't do this for $1,000 to $2,000 a month. This is absolutely insane. So unfortunately, I don't have plans to go and engage with people that want to vote no. If you want to vote no, that's fine. I think this is the most plus EV play in Solana right now. That's my personal view of basically creating something that doesn't exist anywhere else, like this massive catalog of videos to onboard the next 10 and then 100 million people into crypto and onto Solana. In order to vote, you just go to the vote website, connect your wallet that has your JUP in it. I've already voted with this tutorial wallet. There's only 45 JUP in here, but you just go for and then vote. If you want to go against or abstain, you're more than welcome to, but I definitely don't agree with that take. But anyway, one thing that people are having questions about, and this is completely understandable, is what does cliff and what does vesting mean? I hope most people on this channel understand what it means, but if not, we'll quickly go through it. So as an example, for the next 12 months, the actual tokens will unlock, but they will not be released to the individuals until a year from now. Then a certain amount of tokens will be released to the different people that are contributing, and then there'll start to be a vesting period where they'll unlock. Maybe they'll be claimable every day, maybe they'll be claimable every month, every week, or whatever, but they will claim over the next 4 years. The other thing is, if someone's part of Uplink now and it's not for them, they get too busy, it's too much stress, it's too much work, whatever. If they decide to leave, then they get no JUP tokens. Also, after 1 year, if they decide to not continue, or maybe they're not even a good fit, maybe the Uplink team decides you haven't done the work, you're not a good fit for the team, and they leave, then they're not entitled to any of these tokens. You actually have to be with the team, the Uplink team, putting out good actual content and growing the pie for literally 4 years. So if you understand that, then I think you may understand why this isn't actually a crazy ask. And if you're still confused as to what actually goes into video editing, you can check out this video here. Now just putting this on your radar, JLP. Things are starting to go down in price, Bitcoin, ETH, etc., Solana as well. And if we have a look at JLP, it's going down, which may mean, oh, I'm a bit bearish. But if you zoom out on this, remember that JLP is a token which basically represents BTC, Sol, and USDC. And let's just kind of go out for a decent period of time. It's just gone up and up and up and up and up and up. It also accumulates trading fees. And now it's only just starting to have this small dip as the prices of general markets go down. What I'm trying to say is having some JLP might be a good move. As ETH, BTC, and Sol start to rise again, you could be good. And one way to get JLP is actually just by doing a dollar cost average on JUP. Airdrop update. So we have VSOL, JUP, Sanctum, IONET, dBridge, and dFlow all here. I've covered them all except for IONET and dFlow. So have a look through here, but remember, I suggest maybe one new dApp every day if you've got the bandwidth, one new reputable dApp every day. Keep on doing that kind of approach, and I think you'll outperform a lot of people in terms of airdrop farming. There's also another option where you can potentially grab 4 different airdrops with just one kind of LST, and that's using Vault Finance. With Vault Finance, you can delegate to validator.com and then still get the VSOL and the rewards from VSOL. So check it out here. In my opinion, it's all pretty easy, but if you have questions, I'm happy to go ahead and create an actual video on this. Happy Father's Day for Fathers yesterday. Did you send anyone a Bonk mark card? If not, go and get it out. And if you don't know how to do it, I did a video yesterday. This went over a few things. One was sending out this Father's Day card. So go watch this, and if you need to, just go through it really fast, or just go and find the actual part that has the timestamps. If you have a .sol name, like Gary.sol or something, then you can go and claim at sns.id a portion of feeder tokens. I believe the feeder token works out to be about $18 worth of feeder tokens, which is a similar amount of money that you would have paid to actually get the domain name. So go do this, but keep in mind you've got plenty of time. It expires in 6 months. Now with IONET, if you participated in the Ignition Rewards program, you can claim your rewards right here, and claims will be open until the 18th of June. So you've got a couple more days to get amongst this. Photon is a dApp that I haven't covered. It's like a trading bot style system, and they've gone and distributed a decent amount of money to the top 300 traders. However, there is no token generation event next week, and what's happening right now is they're distributing Sol and they're not distributing some sort of token. Their initial tweet had plenty of confusion, so to clear it all up, we've heard you loud and clear, and we know you're confused about Photon rewards based on our last post. Let's clear the air. They are stimmies, they're not a replacement for a potential future token drop. Stimmies are a reward on top of everything else that is coming. One other thing though, the Sol was only going out to the top 300 traders. So if you didn't get anything, it's because you weren't in the top 300. And then I'm just putting this into your actual radar. I have no idea what BullX is. However, there's a lot of different trading bots out there like Bonk as an example. But soon you'll be able to import your Photon wallets and will match your airdrop rewards. I would need to do a deep dive to see if this was actually the case, to see if this was potentially better. But in the meantime, if you use these bots, check this out. A little bit of a hidden gem from Mert. Now, Mert says that everyone knows about Helium, Hive Mapper, Render, these DePIN projects. But there's also this one, Onakoi Association. So give them a follow. They're building a community-sourced global navigation satellite system. So we'll put it on our radar. I don't know if Mert is maybe friends with them, or maybe he's an angel investor in them. If I look at it immediately, I don't see huge potential even just from the branding perspective, like Onakoi RTK. Just remembering that as a name, it's not something that's easy to understand or kind of recognize. But that's just one piece of the puzzle. So check them out, give them a follow, and within the next week, we'll do a deep dive on them to see what they're building, how we can get involved. Also, if celebrity tokens and meme coins are taking over your timeline and you don't think there's anything else happening in crypto, there is. These people build and build and build. They can't necessarily get all the hype just every day by tattooing something on their head. So what we have here is, I think, the narrative, DePIN. So you have Helium, Hive Mapper, Render, Teleport, Onokoi, Shaga, Grass, Kuzco, Genco, and more things coming soon. Decentralized energy grid. This could be referring to Sourceful. There are some things that I don't love or that I don't think will necessarily make it. I'm not going to point them out. You also have Uprock. It's not on the list, but I do love that. And then all the connections to Uprock, Koi, DATs, etc. They're not here as well. So DePIN does have massive product market fit in my opinion. Now let's quickly talk about Solana Sensei. I'll do a dedicated video on the actual Sensei collection that's coming out. However, I want to point out a couple of problems with the FUD. Firstly, the FUD regarding Sensei's collection. That's saying 3 sols too much. What are you doing? You're going to be generating $1.45 million or something like that for love, unconditional love. Which, that is how Sensei does these things. However, loyalty gets rewarded. That's been the tagline for quite some time. So that's always the tagline. Unconditional love, expect nothing, and, well, I can't see the tagline here, but I know that's the tagline. So I don't know what's going to happen with the mint funds, but I don't necessarily think that they're just going to go to a private jet fund to jet around the world. My guess is they're going to be going in different ways to continue to boost up this community. So I'll be minting 2 of them because I have a Namaste NFT. You can do what you like. But what I want to point out as a more of a neutral person is the misinformation. It doesn't get as much engagement unless you're actually saying things that are a bit more aggressive. But their respective 3 and 2 sol mints weren't a problem for Boogles. And this is referring to Crypto Undeads, which kind of came and then just escaped, and Soul Moms, which has not done well also. Now it is true that Boogles actually get allocations to different NFT projects and a lot of things. But what is also strange is attacking an entire community because some people are a little bit more aggressive with their thoughts. So I don't agree with Jords, and I don't have to agree with Jords. However, because he has a Boogle, because he's part of that community, doesn't mean I then don't like all the Boogles. A lot of my magical internet friends are Boogles. They're great. So just put that into your research. It's not us versus them. It's people versus people. Some people you agree with, some you won't. Another little bit of gossip. Wall Street Bets. So Wall Street Bets went and blocked Chonky. And if we go to the next tweet, this is what the DM looked like. GM, FM, hey, we will pump your meme coin, give us 100K. And then, well, Chonky said no. What are you doing? And then all of a sudden, blocked. My point being, just be very, very mindful of anything that comes from Wall Street Bets. It's highly likely going to be some sort of sponsored content that won't be marked as such. On to Meteora. So my USDC and IO pool, the price was like 120, and then basically everything got sold into IO very, very recently, last night. And unfortunately, IO dipped down. So I actually went from like 125 or 120 back to my starting price. But I'm still earning these fees, which translate to MET points. And you can see that this is down 18% in the last 24 hours. So of course, that's why I lost 18% in value. But I like the assets, so I've just done a swap and I've repositioned them into the pool. Now, just a reminder, please check out yesterday's video. And you've got a limited amount of time to actually get amongst, where is it? This one here. So this is Picasso Network, restake now. Let's have a look at the countdown. It ends in 6 hours and 14 minutes. For the record, I did tell you about this days ago, and then I included it in yesterday's video as well. So many things are time sensitive. Get in right now if you can. We'll quickly edit this and we'll push it up. Unfortunately, they're only accepting the Phantom wallet. They aren't actually accepting any other wallets for some strange reason. Connect, only Phantom. So you need Phantom here for this one. So if you're using Soulflare like me, you'll have to use Phantom briefly. What you have to do is you have to go to Drip, go here, claim, then go here, stake 1 sol. I staked 1 sol with Restake. Validator.com is not part of the Picasso network. And then the expectation is about $4 worth of Pika tokens to be airdropped in the future. Also, as another reminder, remember there's $50,000 in June droplet rewards. View rewards. What you have to do is you have to buy droplets and then go and reward artists on the platform. Then from there, maybe you get some sort of rewards, maybe you don't. Either way, if you like art, you may want to go and help out people with some droplets. So the Actionables. So it's the 17th of June. JUP Uplink vote is live. Deadline June 19th, 3:30 p.m. UTC. That's when you have to get your votes in. Remember, you must vote, otherwise you do not get active staking rewards. Watch my June 16 video for Actionable Alpha on JUP Vote, Bonk card, Pika Network staking, and more. Pika Network, you don't have many hours, so get amongst that. DCA Sol on jup.ag and stake with Validator.com as per normal. And the IO claim ends at June 18th, 11 a.m. UTC. if you participated in their early rewards system. That's all. Catch you in the next video.